Now, it's Holocaust Memorial Day tomorrow, when the world remembers the 6 million Jews murdered by the Nazis in World War II. And for one Jewish family from Greater Manchester, it'll be a day of conflicting emotions. Ernst Bornstein, a dentist who lived in Salford, survived 7 Nazi death camps and wrote a successful book about it.
Well, the foreword to the first edition of the book was written by a friend and colleague who worked at the same hospital. But now Ernst's family have discovered a dark secret about that friend, as Andy Gill reports.
And Professor Mikorey ranks Dr.
Ernst Bornstein's widow Renee and his daughter Noemi at their home in Salford this afternoon. Ernst was moved from concentration camp to concentration camp as the Allies closed in on Germany at the end of the war. He was in 7 camps, but survived.
My father, I think, continually heard his parents' voice. His father, the final goodbye from my grandfather to my father is to stay a good Jew and to continue living because he has a young life.
After the war, Ernst wrote about his ordeal at the hands of the Nazis in a book called The Long Night. The original preface was written by Max Mikorey, a close friend and mentor at the Munich hospital where Ernst worked before he later settled in Salford. But in the past few months, Ernst's family say they've discovered through internet research and evidence from an academic in Germany that Mikorey had been a Nazi.
He wrote laws and actually advised the Nazis how to deal with the Jews and what they should do as regards. So he was actually proactive in sterilisation. He helped the Nazis to sterilise the Jews.
When you found out about Professor Mikorey's past, what did you think?
I couldn't believe it, total disbelief. And my brother said, oh, everybody in that era were Nazis, was no different to anybody else. But when we dug some more and saw what a proactive Nazi and high-ranking Nazi he wasn't like anybody else. It was shock, it was disgust.
Ernst's widow met Mikorey on several occasions.
I couldn't speak anymore after that. I was shocked. I don't know, I felt ill. I must say the truth, I felt absolutely ill. And I didn't sleep at night also.
The discovery of Mikorey's past has spurred Noemi to greater efforts to ensure that the victims of the Holocaust are not forgotten. She's set up a website to engage and educate younger generations. And she says as time passes, Holocaust Memorial Day becomes ever more important.
We must remember, because to forget these atrocities, we're at risk of it happening again. And the challenge is how to remember. But it won't deter me. I won't let an evil man like that destroy my hope in the goodness of humanity. And that's the character I want to appeal to all human beings.
Andy Gill, BBC North West Tonight, Salford.
An extraordinary story, but the message being from Ernst's family is that they don't want this discovery to destroy their hope and their faith in humanity. It's amazing, isn't it?
It is amazing, and interestingly, while you sit and watch the reports at home, we always watch them here as well, of course, but normally there's a bit of business being discussed as well, but it was absolute silence in the whole of the production team watching that. Amazing.